Today, intelligence is a commodity. When AI can provide a perfect answer in seconds, the value of simply knowing things has evaporated. Your remaining leverage is learning velocity, the speed at which you can acquire a new skill before the world moves on. By the end of this video, you will have built a customized, fully scheduled 3-step action plan to master any complex topic. To start, you need your prerequisites. Pick one skill or book you want to master, then grab a blank piece of paper, a pen, and your weekly calendar. We are treating learning as a machine you construct. Building this system addresses the cognitive fatigue that causes the majority of people to forget nearly everything they read. Step 1 is to compress. Look at your chosen book or syllabus and apply the 80-20 rule. You are looking to isolate the core 20% of the material that provides 80% of the value. Most books are built around a single idea. Find the selective chapters where that idea lives. This compression is a biological necessity. Your prefrontal cortex is the most metabolically expensive part of your brain, and it can only juggle about 4 independent ideas at one time before it drops the ball. To get around this, you must use chunking. Chess grandmasters can internalize over 50,000 patterns on a board, but they aren't memorizing individual pieces. They compress those moves into single, recognizable chunks that the brain can easily carry. Now, draw your remaining 20% of information onto your blank paper. Use metaphors, summaries, or simple drawings. This forces the brain to associate, connecting new data to known concepts. Compressing your material before you consume it prevents metabolic exhaustion. It gives you a clear mental map for the rest of the sprint. With your map drawn, we move to the real world to compile that knowledge. Abandon the idea of a 6-month study plan. We are moving into an agile, single-day learning sprint. This is the Ebbinghaus forgetting curve. It shows the steep decline of memory retention over time. Without active recall, information you spend weeks learning is gone within days. The most effective way to beat this curve is the tutor effect. Research shows that those who teach the material to others demonstrate the highest levels of long-term mastery. Spend 15 minutes focused on one chunk from your map. Then stand up and explain it out loud to an empty room. This process will immediately expose gaps in your understanding. You will likely stumble while speaking. In neuroscience, this friction is called the generation effect. It is a sign that your brain is working to produce the answer. That physical struggle of generating the explanation is exactly what hardwires the neural pathways needed for permanent retention. Now, open your digital calendar. We are going to lock this sprint into a schedule backed by neuroscience. This is the ultradian cycle. Block 90 minutes for deep work and 20 minutes for rest. Inside that 90-minute block, take 10-second micro breaks. Research shows these pauses let the brain replay information rapidly, giving free mental repetitions. The 20-minute block is for non-sleep deep rest, or NSDR. You must disconnect entirely. Lie down or sit with your eyes closed and do nothing. During this rest, your brain replays the data at 20 times its normal speed. Consolidation happens when you stop taking in new information. Managing your rest is structurally as important as managing your focus. The blank spaces in your calendar are where the actual learning is consolidated. Check your progress. You have a 1-page compressed map, a physical strategy for testing yourself, and a biologically optimized calendar block. This architecture protects you from the common trap of hoarding information through passive reading. Execute your first 90-minute block today. Put your target skill in the comments below to lock in the commitment. Aligning your workflow with biological processing turns accelerated mastery into a predictable mechanical outcome. You are now in control of the system.